What's up guys, today I'm gonna make a very different video than the ones I usually do. I'm just gonna speak over some background gameplay or whatever. Now why? I don't know, I just felt like it. And yeah, I'm gonna tell you about one of the most embarrassing stories I've ever had. A really fucking cringy one actually. And it's not just one story, but it's a lot of many small things that have to do with each other, right? And this all happened in 2022, maybe late 2021. And I know it wasn't that long ago, it was just like 3, 4 years ago. But in that time, those were my dark ages, right? My black days, if you will. And currently I'm 16, but back in that time I was like 12, 13, of course, right? And it was done. I was a teenager, and I still am, but it's different now because I was way more stupid there than I'm currently at. So let's just get this straight, right? I was in school, and there was this one girl that I found. Oh, I like her. Okay, I'm just gonna spoil you up. This didn't end well at all. Of fucking course it did. So I don't know why, but I'm just like moving my arms, like making gestures as if you could like see anything for some reason. Um, so well, in this class I didn't really have any friends. Now I do, but in that one, like in fifth grade or something, was completely awful. It was just quiet as shit, you know, and weird as fuck. So what I did, I didn't really have friends there, but I tried to. And what I would do, I brought like sweet popcorn to school, and I would give like a small bag to everyone. And if they wanted another one, I would give them like multiple bags because I brought a shit ton of those usually. And back in the time, I didn't see anything weird about it, but now that I think about it, it was like so damn desperate, and people would have probably thought I was weird or whatever. But the thing is, this one girl that I liked, right? I'm not gonna say her name, but whatever. I When we went to the break outside, right? What I did, I placed a single popcorn on her table. I already given a few friends popcorn, but I guess she didn't see that or whatever. I just placed her in her table, right? And then we go to the break. I don't do shit in the entire break. I just walk in circles because I had no friends. I know it's very sad. And then we go back up, and then she comes to the table and sees the popcorn and says, "Oh, what is this?" And then she asks me, "Did you put this here?" And I just say as a like in a joke, like, "No, no, no, it wasn't me. I don't know." But like I thought she would realize that it was actually me, but she actually didn't. And you know what she did? She told the teacher, teacher, there's some popcorn here. I don't know whose it is." And at that point, most people were already in the classroom, right? And the teacher says, "Huh? Who put this here? Who does this belong to?" And I'm just like, "Oh fucking shit." And then I say, "Yeah, it was me." And and the girl she gives it back to me, the bag of popcorn, and I say, "No, actually that's no, that's for you. That's for you." "Oh, that's for me." "Yeah." "Oh." And then she like awkwardly takes it. Dude, in that time, I wanted to jump off the fucking window because that was awful. Everyone was looking at me like, what the fuck is? Why, bro? Why? Because I usually just give them like normally, but to that specific girl, I gave her like, I gave it to her like that. I was like, suspicious. You know what I'm saying? And there's also like this one time, she was like, I'm just gonna, I'm just gonna say, don't judge me, right? But she was like some kind of geek, some kind of anime girl, okay? You know, right now I wouldn't, but back in that time I was down bad for that. And she was like walking around the classroom. I know it's gonna be fucking cringe, but she was like showing some kind of manga character or whatever. I don't remember. And she was like smash or pass to every single person in the class, right? And I saw that and I thought, oh, it's my chance. She's gonna talk to me. And then she comes up to me and she says smash or pass. And because I wanted to feel special or whatever, I said none of both. Fuck you, me, none of both, bro. Fuck you, me, yes or no. And then she just looks at me awkwardly, like, huh? What are you saying? And then I repeated, none of both. And then she just walks away, bro. She just fucking walked away. And then there's also like this one time, I think some people will relate to this, right? They changed our seats. I sat next to her, and she said, can I sit with someone else, bro?" I actually cannot blame her because I was really fucking weird back in that time, right? But my 12, 13-year-old self was completely heartbroken, bro. Completely heartbroken. And it was weird because we didn't talk much because it was like really fucking shy in that time, right? But we usually when we talked, it was like friendly, you know. And here comes like the last part, right? Also, no, actually no, I forgot something, which was why I actually started trying to like seek for her or whatever. And when we were in gym class, right? She whispered to me something that I can only think of as "I like you." She said "I like you," right? Which I didn't get well the first time because I mean I'm speaking English right now, but it's all happened in Germany, so we all speak German, you know. Like I live in Germany, so I wasn't expecting English. And back in time, I didn't speak English as well as I do right now. I did well, but not that well. But I would have definitely known what like you means back in the time. But so she said that, and you said like laughing at, oh what? She said no, nothing. I said, oh well, whatever, okay. But at that moment I thought, oh wait, it's my chance, bro. And this how it all started. We had an app, right, in in our school, which we used like to get messages from our teachers, like homework or whatever. And I was not harassing her, but just like fucking annoying her with like random shit I asked her and told her or like showed her like a meme or whatever. Completely bad decision, by the way. Never do that shit. I even sent her like an anime whatever video because I thought, oh, she's gonna look at this and she's gonna think I know anime, and because she's anime girl ubu, she's gonna like me. She left me on Reddit. She didn't even respond to the message. We never talked about it. She probably didn't even play it. But whatever. If I find it, I'm gonna play it right now.
Take some chocolate and some lobster and eggs and some pie, and then you mix it in your body, shit it all out. Take some chocolate and some lobster and some eggs and some pie, and then you mix it in your body, shit it all out. Take some chocolate and some lobster and some eggs and some pie, and then you mix it in.
But yeah, and I also went to Poland once, right? And she was Polish, and I asked her just for some reason there, hey, do you were you born in Poland? He says yes. Oh, I went to Poland once, and that's it. Dead of conversation. Just oh wow, and that was it, bro. I had planned the start, but I hadn't planned how to continue. I had planned how to how to take off, but I didn't plan how to land. Like holy shit, bro! I was completely fumbling every single chance I got, which I don't really think I ever had one. But whatever. And every single time she talked to me back in that time, because I thought she liked me, I would indirectly see it as, oh, she's flirting with me, which of course she fucking wasn't, or maybe she was, or whatever. I don't know anymore, bro. And we get closer to the ending, right? The beginning of the end. I gave her my phone number in the cringiest, most corny way possible. I wrote my phone number in a piece of paper in class because I wasn't paying attention to whatever the fuck we were having at that moment. And what I did, I wrote my number. When we go to the break or something, she's packing her stuff. I make sure I'm ready before everyone else. So as soon as the bell rings, I stand up. Some people stand up as well. I start to leave the classroom as I walk past her table. As I walk by, I leave the piece of paper with my number on it on the table in front of her, without saying anything, without looking back. All mysterious Sigma boy. And I leave. And at that moment I thought, oh my god, bro, I'm so fucking cool. I just gave her my number. And I think I saw her like whispering to her friends or whatever. And in that moment I thought, oh, she's saying, oh my god, she gave me his number, wow. But now that I think about it, she was probably just like laughing, like, well, what the fuck do I do with this? Huh? I went to the cafeteria, right? I eat there, I see her there, she's like staring at me the whole time. We never spoke a single word. And then like a few days later, she hasn't texted me or whatever. Of fucking course, she didn't text me anything. And then I use the school app to tell her, hey, I gave you my number. It's so that you text me. And she says, oh, okay. And she like, just because she put like not a smiley, but the one with a three, like an anime ooh face or whatever that is. And just because she wrote that thing, I thought, oh, this is a good signal. I talked to her once on WhatsApp and never again. Until the day that I fucking fumbled everything. So what happened is, I was thinking this whole time, you know what, bro, I gotta tell her that I like her. And because school had ended, I had ended 6th grade, and I was changing schools, I wasn't gonna see her again. So there's not really any risk in asking her out. Because if she likes me, good. If she doesn't, I'm never gonna see her again. Right? So what happened is, I text her, hey, can I actually like talk to you for a moment? And remember, at this point, I wouldn't even say we're friends. We know each other, we were friendly to each other, but we aren't really friends. We haven't had a conversation longer than 3 minutes, I would say. So I say, hey, can we talk for a moment? And she says, yeah. And then I start dumping whatever the fuck I was dumping, like, yeah, actually I think you're like really nice and I really like you. I'm not really expecting anything, but I just wanted to tell you that I like you and whatever. The response I got, she wasn't even mean, but it felt fucking because she said, oh, I'm sorry, and like a laughing face with like a drop of sweat falling from the forehead, right? And says, I'm actually aromantic. And my dumbass thought, oh, aromantic? Fuck you mean? Huh? Huh? What is that? And then I Google, what the fuck does aromantic mean? Oh shit. And then I say, oh well, okay. It's fine. Just don't tell anyone in the class, okay? And she says, okay. And since then, I haven't spoken a single word to her ever again. I still have her number. Or well, her old number. Maybe she changed phones or not. I wouldn't even know. I'm not gonna try to text her or whatever. But the thing is, I didn't really feel bad because she rejected me. I feel bad because I thought she would not. I thought, huh? What's wrong with me, bro? What did I do wrong? And at that moment, I realized I didn't like her. I thought she liked me, and because of that, I forced myself to like her. And I was like, oh, how did my risk fail? You know what I'm saying? Like, how did my mission not succeed, bro? It was flawless plan. It fucking wasn't. And since then, I've seen her on the street like 3 times or 4. And two out of those times she didn't see me. One, I'm not so sure. One she did, and she was looking at me the whole time. No, I kind of changed in this 3 years since that, so I wouldn't be able to tell if she knew it was me or not. But if she did, holy Jesus, bro, because I think she did actually. I was on my way to like buy something or whatever, all by myself, right? Waiting for the bus, and I see her wearing like a face mask or whatever from like the COVID and you know, with a friend, right? And she was like wearing more makeup or makeup actually in general because she didn't used to wear any. And I see her and I think, holy fucking shit, bro, it's her. And I just tried to act like, oh, clueless, like I don't see her, like I didn't notice her. And there was like this moment, I was like, I have long hair, right? You've seen me probably. And I had like her hair on my forehead, and it was kind of annoying me. So I brought it away with my hand, and it was that moment I was looking at her, right? She looked at me, and it looked like I was trying to like raise her up or whatever with my hair, like, hey baby girl, or some kind of shit like that. When she looked at me that way, bro, what I did was just like, I didn't turn my head, I twisted my head the other way around, right? And then I realized, oh shit, I just made it worse. Fuck. Then the bus comes and I say, oh, I'm saved. I'm saved. And then of course she fucking goes in the same bus as I do, and then she hops in, I hop in as well, and it looks like I'm following her, and holy shit, bro. And what I did was just like I sat all the way to the back so she doesn't even get a range of sight of me, so she can't even see me, right? And I just sit there, and it was just like, okay, bro, you got this, bro, you got this. Just act like you don't know who she is, bro. I turn around to the right, and she's looking at me, bro. She's looking at me again, and I just like, so interesting. The windows are made out of glass. Holy shit, I really like this bus, like the structure is so interesting. Holy, just completely pathetic, horrible, awful, cringe, corny. And I wasn't even nervous because I like her. I don't like her anymore. I couldn't give any less of a shit about her right now. But it was the cringiness that I asked her out. It was like, oh my god, bro. Never look at me again. But whatever, bro. I don't even know why I felt like I wanted to tell anyone this. I thought it was like a funny story or whatever. If you like this video for some reason and like to listen to me just like humiliate myself basically, good for you. I don't know. This isn't what my channel is supposed to be for, but well, yeah, that's it. That's it, bro. I am Lidar, and will be it for the video. By the way, I forgot to mention that back in that time I used to play Geometry Dash a lot. It was actually pretty good. I mean, pretty decent actually. I have like 65 demons, easy demons mostly, and like 2 million demons. But back in that time, I just had beaten a level called God Eater, right? And I showed her to her because she was like sitting next to me in like some kind of aquarium trip with the school or whatever, and she was just sitting next to me, right? And I didn't like directly show it to her, but I was playing on my phone and putting my phone in an angle in which she was able to see, and she did see it, and she just said, how? I'm guessing she was asking how I'm so good at this game or whatever, because I wasn't even expecting a reaction out of it. And it was just like, as always, planning how to begin but not how to proceed afterwards. I just said, I don't know. And then I stay completely quiet as I keep playing the game. And it slowly dies out until I just crash and I die because I'm stupid. And she just scoots away from me, and yeah. Fucking hell.